Tonight at 6, corruption at Atlanta City Hall. The man responsible for overseeing billions of dollars of city contracts pleads guilty in federal court.
Adam Smith admitted today to accepting thousands of dollars in bribes while head of procurement under Mayor Kasim Reed.
We have team coverage tonight of what happened in the courtroom and reaction from city leaders. And we begin with senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell. Dale?
Russ, let me put this in perspective for you. Why this is such a shock here at City Hall is that Adam Smith was brought in 14 years ago by then Mayor Shirley Franklin to rewrite the ethics code and clean up procurement contracts at the city. And today he pleaded guilty in a federal courthouse to one count of conspiracy to commit bribery.
Adam Smith, the former chief procurement officer for the city of Atlanta for almost 14 years, pleaded guilty.
U.S. Attorney John Horn announcing the third guilty plea in an ongoing FBI bribery investigation. It began with Atlanta city contractors and now has led straight to the heart of City Hall.
Smith sold the public's trust in $1,000 increments, and he is guilty now of felony bribery. This
time, Adam Smith, the former head of procurement at City Hall, pleaded guilty to one count of conspiracy to commit bribery. On February 21st, 3 FBI agents led by a city employee left City Hall with the computer and cell phone belonging to the head of Atlanta's procurement office. Adam Smith, a 14-year veteran, oversaw the city's purchasing and every single major contract in the city.
But I'm not doing anything over here that's corrupt. When you say corrupt, that's a dagger going through my character.
Back in 2012, Smith conducted a rare interview with the I-Team in which he defended his decision to throw out bids for food and drink concessions at the airport and start all over. He told me neither he nor his staff had done anything wrong.
And I have not gone to jail and will not go to jail. I'm not going to lose my bar license.
The second round of concession bids went through with critics saying Mayor Reed's campaign contributors were the big winners. But Smith's decision was vindicated when the city won or settled all appeals. Adam Smith continued his low-profile leadership of the city's powerful procurement office until that day in February. This grand jury subpoena, obtained by the Fox 5 I-Team, showed the U.S. Attorney's Office not only wanted Smith's computer and cell phone, but also emails, financial disclosure statements, and his request for outside employment. From that cold day in February when the FBI first entered City Hall, Adam Smith was immediately fired. He has been low-key and out of the public eye since. Earlier in May, the Fox 5 I-Team discovered this Go Get Funding webpage set up by a woman with the same name as his niece. It is described as Adam Smith's Legal Defense Fund. The page was taken down the day after we reached out to Adam Smith.
Public corruption is one of the FBI's top priorities.
In federal court, we got the first look at the criminal information document that showed between 2015 to January of 2017, a construction firm vendor paid Smith more than $30,000 in cash to assist the vendor with contracting procurement at the city and furnish future benefits and favors when needed. What does it say about all the other contracts that have come through Adam Smith's office?
Well, all we can do right now is review the contracts that we're looking at, and we follow the evidence where it takes us.
The Adam Smith guilty plea follows on the heels of 2 construction contractors, E.R. Mitchell and Charles Richards, pleading guilty to bribery conspiracy.
Mr. Mitchell will continue to cooperate with
Mitchell and Richards won more than $7 million worth of contracts between them. And it is clear with Adam Smith's plea that the FBI investigation is far more reaching than previously thought and far from over. Now, Adam Smith's attorney said this was a horrible and tragic day for Adam Smith, and they expect him to go on after sentencing, which will be in January, and do great things. Mr. Smith was bonded out on a signature bond late this afternoon. Reporting live from the Richard Russell building, Dale Russell, Fox 5 News.
All in this one case for $30,000. Dale Russell, thanks very much.
Well, Fox 5's Morse Diggs joins us now with some reaction to the guilty plea. And Morse, you've had a chance to speak with folks at City Hall.
Well, the reaction inside the building is surprise given the stature and the way that Mr. Smith carried himself. Let me put it in context what a big deal this is. Now, Smith was one of 3 officials on any significant contract who had a hand. Of course, it starts with Mayor Kasim Reed. He has final sign-off. And then there's any department head who orders a product or service. And finally, the chief contractor procurement officer, which was what Mr. Smith was. He has to make sure that any contract award is legal and done at the best price for the taxpayers. This afternoon, I had a chance to get some feedback.
If there's one doing it, there'll probably be others doing it.
I feel like until we can get a mayor, a new mayor in the office, that we're going to continue having these kinds of problems. You know, they say a fish rots from the head.
Now we have a statement from the mayor's office. The city of Atlanta has been working in full cooperation with federal authorities for more than a year, since August 2016, and assisting them remains our top priority. Mayor Reed says he wants to see this case fully resolved. He also maintains that he can endure the public scrutiny because he says he did not break any laws. Reporting live from downtown Atlanta, I'm Morris Diggs, Fox 5 News.
All right, thank you so much.